What's going on, Guardians? Briar Rabbit here. Welcome to Shard It or Keep It, the series where I make an argument both for and against dismantling an item, and you make the decision. This week, we will be making the big decision for the new pulse rifle, 55A ALLFATE. But first, let's take a look at the results from last week's weapon, the Summoner. The Summoner is a legendary auto rifle that can be earned by competing in the Trials of Osiris PvP event. It comes in two versions, Normal, seen here, and Adept, which gives it an elemental burn type. Perks on this weapon include Third Eye, Hidden Hand, and a choice between Hammer Forged, Flared Macawell, and Perfect Balance. Reasons to keep this weapon include, it's one of the best auto rifles to ever be available in Destiny. Low fire rate, high impact, awesome stability, it really is a powerhouse. This one is non-adept, meaning it does kinetic damage only. While a negative in PvE, in PvP, this is actually preferable as its fire does not obscure your target. And finally, those perks. Hidden Hand, Perfect Balance, and Third Eye are truly great perks for PvP. So why dismantle this auto rifle? Well, it is an auto rifle. Auto rifles are just in a bad place right now, and even with its great perks and high impact, it just doesn't stand up to other weapon types like hand cannons and pulse rifles. Once the arguments were made, I left it up to you to make the decision. And once again, the comments were amazing. Brad Bunker said keep it. It has near perfect perks, and there is almost guaranteed chance for an auto rifle buff. Jay Fingram said, saying it's a great auto rifle is like saying hepatitis A is a great hepatitis. Chuck it. And the split screen guy said, bitch, it be yellow. In the end, with a score of 70 votes for keep it and 77 votes for shard it, the Summoner gets turned into a pile of weapon parts and a mote of light. The 55A ALLFATE is a legendary pulse rifle that is currently for sale by the Vanguard Quartermaster. I, however, obtained mine as a Nightfall Strike reward. The weapon has a medium rate of fire and impact statistics. Perks on this one include Grave Robber. Melee kills with this weapon equipped have a chance to refill the magazine. And Headseeker. Body shots with this weapon increase precision damage for a short time. So why shard the ALLFATE? Well, at this point, the fact that it has no elemental damage means I won't be using it much in PvE. Which is a shame, because it's actually quite good. It's well balanced, does a lot of damage, and the Headseeker perk really shines here. Even relatively tough enemies in today's daily heroic mission went down fairly quickly, but not as easily as if I had a weapon with burn. Fighting shielded enemies just takes longer without the corresponding elemental damage type, and now that there are so many elemental primaries available, be it through the raids, the Trials of Osiris, or the Prison of Elders, there just doesn't seem to be much of a reason not to use them in PvE. So even though the ALLFATE is a beast, its kinetic only damage feels limiting. In PvP, it's not exactly top tier either. When I first saw this pop up in my reward screen, I was intrigued by the Headseeker perk. But after testing it out, the perk only dishes out an extra 2 damage per shot in the Crucible, upping the damage from 33 to 35. And it only does this if you hit a body shot first. I was hoping to get a 2-burst killer like Red Death or the Messenger with this perk, but in practice, I always seem to need at least 3 bursts to take down an enemy in the Crucible. So even though it has a faster fire rate than those other guns, it still has a slower time to kill. Okay, so why would I want to keep the ALLFATE? The gun is good, but it needs some help, and I think spending some motes of light on this gun could really turn it into a good performer in the Crucible. Replacing Grave Robber with Outlaw or Feeding Frenzy would be a great first step, and I even think Hipfire could come in handy on this gun as well. Also, a bit more stability would make keeping all 3 shots from each pulse hit for crits easier. So hand-laid stock would make a great mid-tier perk. And Headseeker is basically wasted, so I would look for a tier 3 perk like Hidden Hand or Rangefinder. The gun has potential, and frankly is a blast to use, but the perks it has hold it back, or more specifically, don't boost its strengths. And now that any legendary weapon can be reforged, it makes me reticent to give up the ALLFATE at all. So that's it. Currently, my 55A ALLFATE is a bit of an underperformer, but with a little help, I believe it can be a Crucible All-Star. But is potential enough? Well, that's up to you. In the comments below, cast your vote. Shard it or keep it. And in the next episode, I will act upon your recommendation. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you liked the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.